Welcome, MAW fanatics, to the inaugural MAW Live Podcast. I am your host, Chavo Ornelas, and man, am I excited to be bringing you the latest news and ongoings of the world that is Midwest All-Star Wrestling. Now, before we get to all that fun stuff, I do want to take this time to remind everybody that on our YouTube page, we have officially launched our membership subscriptions. Now, for all our current subscribers, as I mentioned in a previous video, you're still going to have plenty of free content coming your way, including this show. However, if you are able and willing to support us at a membership level, then we have 3 different tiers available to you. So let's go ahead and throw that graphic up so you can see those 3 tiers. And the opening bell level at $2.99, you can see you get custom loyalty badges and emojis and access to the entire MAW Live library. Second tier, the mid-card level at $5.99, you get everything that I just mentioned. On top of that, you're also going to get the Neo Pro Wrestling Video Archive, the Steel Domain Video Archive. And if you don't know of those 2 promotions, I guarantee you by the time you're done watching these videos, you're going to want more of what Neo Pro and Steel Domain has to offer. Along with that, you get exclusive interviews and promos from all your favorite MAW superstars. And you're going to get access to all the latest shows 1 month after its initial premiere date. As I mentioned in that previous video, if you cannot wait for that month and you want instant access to all the shows that are coming up for MAW Live, then you're going to want to go to the main event level tier, where you get instant access as soon as that show is ready to go, which is usually about a week after the initial event date. You are going to have access to that show along with monthly live Q&A featuring your favorite MAW superstars and personalities. So again, if you are able and willing to support us on that level, please do so. But for all our current subscribers, again, much love to you all. We have plenty of content still coming your way if you cannot join us as a member. I'm going to go ahead and just put it out there that when this podcast was initially conceived, the idea was to have a reoccurring co-host, right? Because as much as I'm sure you all are here to see me, I have a suspicion that you're more willing to want to stick around if I had one of your favorite MAW superstars or personalities here with me. But as you can see, I have an empty chair today. We don't have a co-host at the moment or a guest. And one of the main reasons why we don't have that for you in this first episode is because when we initially put this together, my go-to was none other than Paul Virk. And initially he was super excited and really involved in kind of helping me put this together. But in the last few months, he's kind of fallen off the radar. And I mean, to be honest, he's kind of ghosted me. And I don't blame him, because there's been a lot that's been going on in the world of Paul Virk in the last few months that I'm sure is just taking up a lot of that mental energy, right? I mean, here, let me take you back. Let me give you a quick rundown of why I think Paul Virk is not here with us today. And it really goes all the way back to July of 2022, MAW Live High Stakes, when he went one-on-one with longtime rival, The System. Now, this was not your ordinary match. This was a match for the MAW Heavyweight Championship. And finally, after being screwed month after month by The System, Paul Virk came out on top, gaining the 1-2-3 pinfall to become the new MAW champ.
Try to be unbiased here, but damn it, stay on him, Paul.
Yeah, no kidding. Paul Virk now. Oh no, second turnbuckle on the inside. Could it be that top, that second rope Samoa drop? No. System smart enough to get out of that.
But he ran into a kick, a reverse kick there from Paul Virk. Oh, no. System nailed him.
No.
Going for that crescendo.
No, not the crescendo.
Paul Virk drops to a knee. Over the top.
Gets out of it.
Oh man, what a matchup. Paul Virk pouring his heart and soul into this one to avoid
lights out,
having to retire.
Cover him.
Does he have him?
Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new MAW World Heavyweight Champion, The Problem, Paul Virk!
You look damn near
And from there, when I say Paul Virk was a fighting champion, was the epitome of a fighting champion, I am telling you, he was the fighting champion, defending his title week after week on the MAW Warrior Series, along with pretty much giving anyone and everyone a shot at MAW Live events, never backing down and always coming out on top, right? He had a reign of 463 days as MAW champion. But all that changed at last year's Grand Slam 5, where he went one-on-one with the beast of a man that is the real Drago. Now, when the real Drago's around, you know the little slime ball Johnny Oxbow is very close by. And with Johnny Oxbow, well, comes shenanigans. Johnny Oxbow kept interjecting himself sneakily into the match to help his boy Drago, but RJ Wilkins, senior official, caught him and sent him to the back. However, this caused some chaos and just confusion and distraction. Enough of a distraction where Drago was able to call for help, and from out of nowhere, a masked man came, grabbed the MAW Championship belt, and rocked Paul Virk right in the head. This gave Drago the opportunity to pin Paul Virk for the 1-2-3, becoming your new MAW heavyweight champion. And who was this masked man, you might say? Well, it was GPA. That's right. Now, we've seen GPA in the past, feeling a little disgruntled about some of his MAW matches, especially when he came up short against none other than TNA's Josh Alexander. And I don't know. I don't get it, though. I know he was upset and mad, but selling your soul to Johnny Oxbow, that's a whole level of desperate. I'm going to go ahead and say that and put that out there. So I'm not sure what GPA is thinking, but nonetheless, Johnny Oxbow is now in the services of GPA. Now, Paul Virk, trying to gain some momentum, trying to get back on that horse, challenged GPA at this year's Heart of a Warrior back in February, right? His little chance at redemption, at revenge. But of course, Johnny Oxbow, the dang Johnny Oxbow, interjecting himself again, causing Paul Virk the match and giving GPA the win.
Get that mosquito out of the ring. Throw him out.
Come on, Kenny. Do us all a favor. Get him out.
Oh, no.
Yes. Do it, Virk. Don't
Pay
let the
attention,
run get
Paul.
away.
Oh, no.
They get GPA.
Best thing that could have happened.
Oh, yeah.
God. Oh, forget it.
Right on the money.
Forget it. Good Lord.
Virk now.
Got to get him back in the ring to win the match, though.
I think he's going to bring him in the hard way. Here we go. GPA up.
Over the-
Hey, that idiot.
Wait a second.
No.
Cut it out. No way. Cut it out.
Oxbow was holding the feet.
Here's your winner, the academic standard, GPA.
That dirty snake.
Now, this is where I kind of saw a shift in Paul Virk's demeanor. This is where I saw the fighting champ sort of start to disappear into the background. Well, one, because he's not the champion anymore, but two, because he's just, being screwed. Every corner he turns, there's Johnny Oxbow, there's Drago, there's GPA, there's Coda Jacobs. They're all there. Shay Diesel. The list goes on and on and on. We didn't hear from Paul Virk after that. That was around the time where, again, he started ghosting me. No longer are we excited about this podcast. The podcast doesn't even exist to him at this point. And so I even reached out to MAW management, and they kind of gave me the same answer. Paul Virk was ghosting them too. Again, I don't blame him, because being screwed twice after a 463 championship reign, that'd get to my head too, right? But what really shocked us was when we saw the return of Paul Virk at Broken Hearts in Hastings, Minnesota, where he seemingly came out of nowhere. And when I say he cashed a check on Coda Jacobs, oh boy, did he cash in, and he cashed in big. But this is not the Paul Virk that I'm used to seeing. It's not even the Paul Virk from the Movement days, because at least with the Movement, it seemed like Paul Virk was having some fun. Agree with him or not, or agree with his actions or not, he was at least having fun. This Paul Virk, not so much, which for me makes him a little more unpredictable and dangerous. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Paul Virk, if you're seeing this, you want to, again, start talking more about the podcast like we were and want to come join us maybe as a guest. Maybe you don't have the bandwidth for a co-host. Not a problem. Maybe you come join us as a guest and maybe talk us through what's been going on in your head. Because I know I have a lot of questions. I'm sure all you MAW fanatics have some questions. So come find a seat and let's talk about it.
Well, yeah, he got screwed out of the MAW title.
All right, so now moving on from Paul Virk, we're going to get into a segment that I like to call Would You Rather Be? So this is where we go ahead and ask some of your favorite MAW superstars and personalities if they would rather be In this case, the question to the MAW superstars was, would you rather be a table or would you rather be a chair? So let's go ahead and see what some of your favorite MAW superstars had to answer.
Would you rather be a table or a chair, Emily?
I think I'd rather be a table because tables are stronger.
Everybody sits at the table, so I'd rather be the chair and be the head of the table.
Would you rather be a table or a chair?
I'd rather be a table. It holds more.
A table or a chair. Okay, this is serious stuff, dude. Move on to the next question, all right? Take this seriously and I'll take it seriously, all right?
Sorry, Mr. Jacobs.
A table. We gotta set it to set your position.
Those were some interesting answers, to say the least. And if you want to join that conversation, go ahead and leave your answers down below in the comments section and let us know, would you rather be a table or would you rather be a chair? And if you want to throw in a why, I think I'd be interested in knowing that information as well. So in the meantime, though, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Thank you for joining us here in the inaugural first episode of the MAW Live Podcast. Next time you see me, I'm going to be joining with a special guest. I'm not going to give it away now who that is. It's going to be a surprise, but we will have one of your favorite MAW superstars sitting right next to us here talking MAW, right? Till then, go ahead. Here, real quick before I forget. If there's any questions that you might have, or maybe some topics that you want us to discuss, go ahead and email us. I'll let our producer friend put our email here. Whoever that is. Yeah. So email us your questions, email us your comments, any future topics that you want us to discuss here. But in the meantime, go ahead and don't forget to visit our webpage at MidwestAllStarWrestling.com where you can get the latest events and news. Also visit us on Facebook at Midwest All-Star Wrestling or follow us on Instagram and X at MW_All-Star. But before that, we're going to go ahead and put up a quick title card where it's going to show all our future upcoming events. So feel free to join us if you can at any of these live events on your screen currently. So again, thank you very much to all you beautiful people and MAW fanatics for joining us today. We will see you next time on the MAW Live Podcast.